broad nature of the possibilities with genetic engineering and gene editing. It spans across food production, environmental use for perhaps pest management, medical use and application, in containment, precision fermentation for food, animals, plants, insects, you name it. Surely there are a multitude of forms of genetic engineering coming down the line that we cannot conceive of. And it is exactly for that reason that perhaps the Australian version of legislation did have an ethics consideration, because we can't imagine all the permutations and the impacts not just on the environment, but on perhaps agricultural producers for certain applications, or on food types, or on wild animals, on animals in containment. Are you open, Minister, to seriously reconsidering whether there should be an ethics component to the evaluation of the organisms?
Well, that's not part of my current thinking. And correct me if I'm wrong, have the Australians and some members, have they ever utilised it? I think it's referral to a ministerial council, I believe, is what the Australians do.
So the Australian ethics provisions are not operative in the decision making. So they have a separate ethics council that advises the regulator on general issues to do with ethics. The regulator doesn't take ethics into account in its decision making.
Right. So when does that kick in?
So essentially what we understand is that we could go, this might be something we could go into in more detail in closed meeting.
I think what I'd say to Steve is it's not currently part of my active thinking, but submissions are so that we can take on a wide range of views and ponder and make the best decisions. So not currently part of my thinking, but it's what submissions and the others say.
Down to Dr. Campbell.
Thank you, Minister, for coming and speaking to the Select Committee.
Okay, it looks like we've got a different member, so let's give a quick commentary on Steve Abel's question.
Well, it was technically battered away. What is actually changing in this Act is that the existing Act looks at protecting the environment, local communities, and everything like this. This Act is going from environmental protection to business protection. It actually is protecting business, and it's also making it all voluntary, unheard of, untransparent, unliable. There is no liability clauses. So if, for the sake of Lisa is contaminated by my GMOs, there is no liability on me or responsibility to keep it there. And as the gentleman who's on the left, I can't remember his name, but he said that it's up to the user to do this.
Yes, that's a worry, isn't it? That it's up to the user, because how often do we hear about businesses that corrupt things a bit, just to be convenient and just to make some money? So that is the most stupid idea I've ever had. And the other comment that I thought was really stupid of Shane Retties is ethics is not part of his thinking. I mean,
I know.
Yeah. Yes, well, enough said there, really. Yeah, but Steve Abel's question was good. You know, there are all these different permutations and everything, and CRISPR and gene editing. There's all slightly different versions, and some of them don't have to be done. I mean, to be able to do them, don't have to be done in a laboratory. They can be done in somebody's garage. You know, they're not so difficult. The difference between gene editing and genetic engineering is gene editing is a more simple process, and so, well, that's one of the differences. Anyway, I'm not that much of an expert, but I do know that, having interviewed a guy from the US on radio about it, and so if we got sort of scientists doing experiments in their gardens and they get out and things like that, it's drastic. So it's got to be properly regulated, really, really well regulated, and not come out preferably. Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed to our Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, News Guide, the Order Paper Podcast. YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, News Guide, the Order Paper Podcast.